Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is a newer kind of profile that I'm gonna try doing it like this uh, because I don't have a couple of these cards in real life. This is using Dueling Nexus, which I recently have started using just because they have that dueling bot thing where you could, just practice your deck against an AI, and they have some, kind of meta relevant decks on there. But the only thing that's annoying is they're using, like, I guess the OCG format because they're all playing Maxi at 3. So I don't know how much testing I'm actually really getting out of this deck, but I've been playing it online for about 2 weeks. This is like my favorite deck of all time. I have a real life profile of this on the channel if you want to like see the actual cards, but I'm still missing a couple of cards on here that I don't have. One I'm probably not gonna have for a while, and one I have technically, but since it's my friend's and he's I'm not able to see him because of this whole quarantine thing that's going on. So as soon as I see him, because we work together and we also play Yu-Gi-Oh, so as soon as I see him, I'll be able to get that card from him. And I've mentioned it before. It's Union Carrier. So I'm just gonna get into the profile. Sorry that the cards are kind of all out of order. I put sort on this thing, and this is how it came out. So I'll try to do it like as backwards as possible, like usual. So it's ABCs, so it's pretty standard. You can see the whole deck from here, but I'm just gonna go over certain like tech choices and stuff. You're gonna obviously play the 3As, the 3Bs, and the 3Cs. I would never play less than any of them because even though they are like, sometimes maybe you don't need the second or maybe you don't need the third one. You can just win without that. I just think that playing Pot of Desires in this deck, you really, really need it. That one piece to stay in there. So, and with my luck, I always manage somehow to get like two pieces of each of one of them banished. And it just happens a bunch of times, so that's why I decided to play the three of each copy. Then three of gold and three of silver. You just really honestly want to make Union Carrier as fast as you can, I guess. Because that's like probably like the main combo for this deck is making Union Carrier, and then like depending on how what kind of hand you'd have, like if you got like a Symphonic Warrior or if you got a Galaxy Soldier, it just makes it that much better. But these cards are just so good. I think even though it sucks if they get impermanents, because then you're just stuck with the gadget there and you can't do anything with it. Then I'm also playing Symphonic Warrior Engine with 3 guitar and then the 1 mics. I don't know why I put mics all the way up there. This engine is just really good. It works out really well. I really like it a lot. There's a bunch of cool plays you can do using it. And the mics is level 5, so it lets you make Cyber Dragon Infinity with it. Then I'm playing 3 Galaxy Soldier and the 1 Orbital. This is the card that I don't have in real life. And I just went on TCG Player to see how much it was because I just started playing this because I saw from somebody else's profile that this card is pretty good. And this card is like $50 right now because they've all been bought out on TCG Player. I'm not sure if it's because the actual Galaxy deck is like more playable now, or if people are just bored and trying to look to see what they could buy out to make some money. But this card, the only reason it's relevant is for its second effect. The first effect you'll almost never use, which I honestly want to say you will never use it. But the second effect is when this card's an equip card, you can send it to the graveyard, and then you can add any Photon or Galaxy monster from your deck to your hand. So what you'll do, what's also good about this card, it's a light machine, so it fits with the deck. It has a lot of synergy with this deck. What you want to do is you'll equip your Union Carrier with this card, and then you can tribute it off to add Galaxy Soldier to your hand. And then you can use Galaxy Soldier to start pitching stuff from your hand and just continue with that combo. And it's just a really good card. The reason I'm playing 3 Galaxy Soldier instead of just 2, because that's what I saw before, is you play one of this one and then 2 Galaxy Soldier since it's searchable with this card. Like I said before, I'm playing Pot of Desires, and I just really hate when that happens. So, yeah. Then for the last actual monster in the deck. It what's it called? This one. I don't know why it keeps moving around. Sorry about that. It's heavy mech support armor. That card is just dumb in this deck, and I think that's why this deck is all really really playable, because that card is just so good. If you don't know what it does, you normal summon it, and you can special summon any Union monster from your graveyard, and its effect is not once a turn, so it's cool. Like if you're able to use your Symphonic or your mics, then you can use that extra normal summon, which happens a lot of times. It's like a cool little combo you can do with that. And then I'm playing, of course, the 3 Ash Blossom, because it's probably like the best hand trap right now. Then for the spells, I don't know why one of the Pot of Desires went away. Let me just add that in back in real quick. I'm sorry. Super sloppy video. I can't spell either. Okay. There you go. It's back in. So I'm playing the 3 Union Carrier, obviously, because Union Carrier is like the best spell in the deck. 3 Call by the Grave, because you want to make sure that your plays go through. Ash Blossom really hurts this deck. DD Crow super hurts this deck. And a lot of people are playing DD Crow now. So you got to really watch out with that card. Then this is one of the newer cards that I added to the deck. It's I don't think that's what it's called in here in the TCG. It's called like something else. I'm sorry, I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head. But basically, this card is like another copy of Union Hanger. But what's cool is you could use it as a quick play. So what's like a cool little effect is like, let's say that they Valier your gold gadget and you have this in hand. You can use this to equip B, and that will make your monster unaffected by card effect, by your opponent's card effects, your opponent's monster effects. I'm sorry. Oh no, that spells. I'm so bad at this. Your A actually. So their Veiler will just fizzle out, and your gadget will still resolve because Assault Core is equipped. So then you can use it, and it also works against impermanence too, which is pretty cool. Like that's a way to dodge impermanence, because there's not a lot of cards that do that right now. You can equip Crush Wyvern to any monster that's a machine, so you're able to dodge impermanence like that. This card's just really handy. There's a lot of cool like tricky plays like that with it. That's why I added it to the deck as a 3 of. Then 2 Cosmic Cyclone. That Eldritch deck is really good, and just getting rid of their traps instead of letting them go to the grave is just better. I just had to play it over Twin Twisters, because Twin Twisters is just not that good right now. I think having to pay a cost for it too kind of hurts your hands, because a lot of the times you really need your whole hands just to combo out. 2 Desires, I wouldn't play 3. It's just too bricky. Then the Terraforming and Monster Reborn, self-explanatory power cards that you obviously want to play. The main deck is 41 cards. For the extra deck, we have ABC Dragon Buster at 1. This is so sad seeing that little 1 next to him now, because it's like my favorite cards, like the boss monster of the deck. But eventually it was going to get hit. If not, I'd rather that get hit than Union Hanger, because I think if Union Hanger gets hit, this deck just becomes like super unplayable. Then the Cyber Dragon Infinity and the Cyber Dragon Nova, those cards just add another layer of negate to your deck, and you can make it super easy in this deck. Tornado Dragon, I'm not playing Tornado Dragon instead of Gear Gigant, because I just didn't like that card. It wasn't doing enough for me. There was just way more better options all the time, so I just decided, you know what, I'm going to play something that's a little bit more versatile. You can make it against like certain decks, and you just win against like pendulums, stuff like that. Then Exciton Knight. Exciton Knight's super broken. This card just won me so many games just by bouncing back. They clear my board or whatever, and I'm able to make this super easy, just 2 level 4s, get rid of their whole board, which happens a bunch of times because people don't play around this card anymore. Daigusta Emerald is really important to this deck, because it's what lets you shuffle your 1 ABC Dragon Buster back to the deck. And it just helps you shuffle a bunch because once you start running out of resources pretty quickly, once you're using like your union hangers and stuff like that. You just start adding so many cards from the grave, and then this guy, this card's super super good in this deck. Lets you draw 2 cards, or you could special summon a monster in defense position. That's another way to get back your Dragon Buster. Or even like there was like a random time where they negated or they destroyed my Cyber Dragon Nova, I think was. I forgot how that happened. I'm sorry. And then I was able to bring it back with this and just slap the Infinity back on top of it. Then Borrow Sword, and then Borrow Low Dragon. Probably like the 2 best rank 4s besides Appaloosas, which I don't have in real life, so I don't want to play. Nightmare Griffin. This card's really good in this deck. I think this card's gonna become. There's gonna be a deck that just abuses this card in the future, and this card's gonna get really good. Nightmare Unicorn, because it's like the best rank 3, because rank 3 suck. Nightmare Phoenix, Nightmare Cerberus, Gold Gadget, Platinum Gadget. I don't know why I call it Gold Gadget. Platinum Gadget, which is just a combo extender sometimes. And then Union Carrier, it's probably like the most important card in the extra deck besides ABC Dragon Buster. This card's just dumb. I wouldn't be surprised if in like a year or 2 this card gets banned, because it's just so powerful, being able to equip any monster from the deck. And already know how good this card is. Emancipators use it to get Block Dragon. This deck uses it to get all your pieces in the grave, and then like almost every deck can use it to summon that little Dragon Buster card, which I forgot the name of. This is just like a random side deck that I made. It's been working online, so it's kind of like Nibiru, because I think this card's decent against Emancipators, but I don't know. I really like it against Salamangreats. That's why I like playing this, because for some reason I've been playing a lot of Salamangreats lately. Lancia, this card's my favorite side card right now. It's good against Eldritch because they can't banish their cards. Then it's also good against the Emancipators because they can't banish for Block Golem. Ghost Bell. This card's pretty good too against the Emancipators. You can stop them from using their Block Dragon. This card's good in the Eldritch decks. It's against the Eldritch decks too, but I like playing this card as kind of like a counter to like DD Crows and stuff like that, so they don't banish my Buster. Then obviously DD Crow's the shit right now. Dark Ruler No More for the Emancipators going second, because they just have put up, or it's also against Dragon Link too, because Dragon Link can make some crazy ass boards. Skill Drain and Red Reboot, probably the best 2 1-of traps in the game. I don't know why they decided to hit Red Reboot. I guess because there's like a bunch of OTK decks, but it just made decks like Subterrors and Altaguys just that much better, because that's 1 less like sidecar they have to worry about, or 2 less copies so people are playing 3. This card's just dumb. It's always been dumb. I knew it would get hit, but I didn't think so it would so quickly. And being able to play Skill Drain in this deck is really cool, even though it's not as great since Eldritch can play it too. So I don't know. That's it for the deck profile, guys. This is just like a little test. See if people like the profiles like this, or if they prefer the real cards. But like I said before, it's cool like this because I can show cards that I don't have, like Stupid Photon Orbital. They decided to become $50 for no freaking reason. So yeah, guys, let me know how you think about this different version of doing the deck profiles. I'm not sure if I want to keep doing it like this or what. I want to do some more actual like online duels on here, but I've noticed that recording on because I record this with my computer, it's really flaky because my computer is just like not that great and I really don't want to buy another one, especially with what's going on right now. So I have to make do with what I got, and this is like how I'm doing it so far, and it's been working okay, and hopefully you guys like it. If not, let me know and I'll see what I can do. So till next time, guys, this is your boy Ivan. I'll see you guys later.